Who are the favourites, who are the new contenders, and who will win the Hyrox Hong Kong Major? Hey, what is happening, people? I'm Woodsy and this is my channel, Woodsy Workout, where I give out coaching tips on all things Hyrox and hybrid fitness. I've done videos on technique, training methods and race strategy. So if that's what you're looking for, then subscribe to stay up to date. Today we are going to do a super quick preview of the Hyrox Hong Kong Major. I know there's probably going to be a few shows and Hyrox themselves might discuss in more detail, but I wanted to kind of give you a preview and keep it quite condensed, as well as give my personal picks on Friday's Elite 15 race. So I will try to base my picks from sort of previous performances and current circumstances that I know of, but obviously, it is still just personal opinion. I mean, no disrespect to any athletes that I might not discuss as much. I've always said it is an amazing accomplishment to even be in one of these major races. And the caliber of athletes is super, super high, and it's just getting more and more competitive. This season, for those of you that don't know, to qualify for a major, you either need to have got a top spot at the majors last season or at the World Championships last season, and those athletes qualify for all majors this season. Or you qualify through your time, and it's the average time of your two fastest races in the past year. And that is basically rolling. So they collect those times, I think, a week or two before each major. In these majors, there are World Championship elite spots. So 1, 2, and 3 get a spot to the Elite World Championships. And then they will roll down if those spots are already taken. So athletes for these majors can also have to accept their spots, so they can pass them, and that will mean those slots roll down equally. So let's take a look at the lineup for the women. Straight away, you might notice that last season's champion Meg Jacoby is not racing. I haven't heard a reason on why, and she doesn't really have to race. She's got a spot for World Championships, so it would really just be for sort of prize money or experience. And I also think that, I mean, this is purely speculation, already getting into some sort of unsupported theories, but maybe with Lauren Weeks beating her in her last race, she might want a little bit more time to build and come back when she knows she can win. But as I say, I could be totally wrong about that, and I'm sure she's got her own reasons. Anyway, with Meg out, Lauren becomes the clear favourite if she wasn't already. Lauren threw down a very impressive win in the Amsterdam Major. We can't be too sure on the time because originally she thought we thought she had a world record, and then Hyrox announced that they messed up the course, so it didn't count. But what we do know is she was damn fast, and she even said she was fit, but not Hyrox fit. So take from that what you will, but I can only see her getting sharper, getting faster as the season progresses. I then think it will be a battle for the remaining spots on the podium. I'm looking forward to seeing Linda and Viola back racing. They were supposed to race in Amsterdam Major but dropped out, so we haven't seen them race since early June. They are super experienced. They've both done over 30 races. Last season, Linda got a 3rd and a 2nd at the majors and got 5th at the Worlds. And Viola finished just behind her at the majors, but 1 spot ahead in World Championships with a 4th place finish. They will be going up against the new competition of Joanna. Joanna, very new to the sport, only done 3 pro races before jumping into the elite race in Amsterdam and then getting 3rd. Very fast runner, and because she's so new to the sport, she's still kind of got these areas, particularly on the stations, where there's still potential for more improvement. So I can see her going even faster in Hong Kong. And then we got Kate Davey. Kate, not necessarily new to the sport, but her times have been getting consistently faster. And she's been steadily progressing up the elite leaderboard to the point now where she is kind of pushing for that podium spot. She finished 6th at World Championships and then 4th in the most recent Amsterdam Major. And then an honourable mention and a bit of a wild card is Michaela Norman. She had a crazy start to her Hyrox career in 2023, setting records and beating Meg and Lauren. Unfortunately, she has been dealing with some health issues and her last couple of races haven't been quite as outstanding. But if she's healthy, and I hope she is, then she has very high potential. So with that being said, my predictions for the podium are Lauren to win. Joanna, I think, will sneak in at 2nd. And then I'm going to go with Linda at 3rd. But a lot of different women could take that 2 and 3 spot, and I wouldn't be surprised. So let me know your predictions, drop it in the comments, and let's get to the men. Before we do that, if you are enjoying the video, please like and subscribe. We are almost at 5,000 subscribers, so I'll be doing a giveaway to 5 random subscribers between now and 5K. They will be getting one of my Hyrox programs, which if you are interested in, you can find them on my website, coactiveperformance.com. I use well-established training methodologies and then I apply it to Hyrox in a practical way. All of the programs have been tried and tested, both by myself and many clients with positive results. So hit the link in the description to find out more. Now, on to the men. The men's field is as shown. The only difference is Gabe Heck will be replacing Jake Dearden. So again, we've got no Hunter, but we do have the top 4 finishers from World Championships all racing. Alex Ronkovic is the favourite, I would say, with a 1st place finish in the last 2 majors and winning the World Championships in Nice. Alex has said that as long as he keeps winning the majors, he'll keep going to them. So he's got his eyes on doing the full Grand Slam. And he is really a super well-rounded athlete. There's no holes in his game. In his last 2 races, he went unbroken on the wall balls, which is really what got him the victory over Michael Sandbach at Worlds, and then again with James Kelly in Amsterdam. James Kelly has gone from strength to strength and is now a legitimate threat for the top spot. There was a point in the last major where I was just mentioning he was only a couple of wall balls away from Alex. He likes to attack the rock zone and he runs hard out of the stations, so it doesn't always show up in the stats, but he is often within striking distance by the end of the race. Michael Sandbach had an outstanding performance at the Worlds in Nice. Even with a hefty penalty on the sled pull, he led most of the race, and I think Sandy has the most kind of raw potential. He's a big athlete and he does well in the first half of the race, but he has been very up and down with his performances, so you never quite know what you're going to get. And then we've got Paleo and Rylan, both very fast runners, both experienced racers in different domains. Paleo comes from a triathlon background, and once he sort of mastered the Hyrox stations, his times dropped significantly. He finished 2nd in the Vienna Major last season and 4th at World Championships. He might be a little bit slower in the first half, but look for him to close really hard in the second. Rylan Shadegg has a background in mountain bike racing and obstacle course racing. Last year, he finished 2nd in the Chicago Major. He missed the World Championships because of some prolonged respiratory issues, but surprised even himself with a 3rd place finish in the most recent Amsterdam Major. If he remains at full health, he will be a serious contender. He has some rather unique kind of racing strategies. Sometimes he comes out super fast, sometimes he waits and then puts in a surge. But either way, it will be interesting to watch. So my podium predictions for the men are Alex in first, because he's on a roll and I can see it keep going. I'm going to say James Kelly in second, because he was really close to Alex in the last major and he's been going from strength to strength. And I know it sounds crazy to leave Sandy out after his performance in Nice, but I do think he's kind of boom or bust. And, you know, I've got no doubt that he'll make it to the Worlds and he'll finish in a top spot at one of these majors, but I think he might not be in killer shape for this first one. So I'm going to say that Paleo slides in at the third spot. Just my takes, excited to see what happens. Drop your predictions in the comments. For those of you that want to watch, the coverage starts at 7:30 on Friday in Hong Kong, which is 9:30 in the morning in the UK. Remember, like and subscribe. Drop your comments below, and if you want to reach me for anything, you can find me on Instagram at Woodsy Workout and my programs on coactiveperformance.com.